Aloha, my name is Tyson Arasato. I teach in Hawai'i High School at my alma mater. I teach grade levels 9 through 12. I'm a CTE teacher and also a marine science teacher. And I've been teaching for 4 years now. So I'm very fortunate to have graduated from Hawai'i High School, and now I get to be a teacher at the same community. It's really just an kind of indescribable thing, because the same seats that I sat in, now my students sit in those same seats, and I get to teach them under the same type of atmosphere that I learned very well when I was a student here. And that kind of goes to who inspired me to be a teacher. This is a kind of hard question for me to answer, because I've just been fortunate to be taught by so many great teachers. But I would say the one who's been most influential is definitely my mentor, my teacher, still to this day, is Dana Hawai'i. And she was my marine science teacher. And it was here that I met her. And I spent a lot of time working in this very facility in her class. And now I get to kind of carry that torch and really build up young men and women of our community to go back. And, it's kind of cliche. People say, I want to make my community a better place. I want to give back to my community. But especially Ms. Hawai'i, she's really made that her life's goal. And now I really see that as an outcome, not just for me, but for my students, that everything we do is preparing them to become working individuals, become successful individuals, and then also come back to their own communities and contribute in any way that they want to. Why I chose to go to UHWO'S Oahu? Well, the West in the name was a pretty good reason. I really like being close to home and having it just be a 20-minute drive to and from. That was my initial reason why I made that decision, but the reason why I enjoyed being at West Oahu was kind of much deeper than that. The approach, especially for the education program that they took with community-based learning, is really what I latched onto. And the way I wanted to teach students really aligned with that. And all the courses from, psychology to any of my science courses, ecology, I feel like all of the professors there were really sympathetic to that need that I had to be a community-based and a place-based teacher. So it's like, that's what I took from my time there. And I've been at other universities, I've taken classes through other universities, and I never really had that same experience as I did at UHWO'S Oahu, and it's pretty much across the board. My professors there, I really hold them in high esteem, still to this day, especially Kumuhou. She's been a real great resource to me even to this day in my 4th year of teaching. I can always rely on her and call on her if I have any need, or if I need her opinion. It's one that I really trust, and I think that's something that's really valuable that you get at UHWO'S Oahu. I don't necessarily think you can get that anywhere else. I graduated from UHWO'S Oahu in the year 2020 during the pandemic, so we didn't really have a graduation ceremony. It was really difficult for everybody, for the students and the staff, but we really made it work, and it kind of helped me to prepare for what was coming, which was being a teacher during the pandemic. And what I got my degree in education, secondary education, with a focus in biology. Where does good teaching start in Hawaii? For me, good teaching started as a student when I was blessed to be taught by really akamai teachers and really, really grounded individuals. That's really what influenced me. But to take it a step further, being surrounded as a adult by good teachers, and then also being taught by a really good teacher is what really drove it home for me. I know what the expectation is maybe for doing the bare minimum, and what I'm called to do as a public servant and for my students. Really, like, my teaching philosophy is not about standards, it's not about grades, it's really like, what am I gonna do to prepare my students, my Haumāna, to reach the next level, and how am I gonna impact the world and make a positive impact on the world. And that's through my students. And I tell them that all the time, like, we're not looking at outcomes where you get an A, a B, a pass, or a fail. Maybe for them at the time, that's what they see. But for me, it's really, how do I make you guys contributing individuals? And, you know, it's pretty, I take it that it's pretty selfish for me, because these are kids that are going to grow up and be, you know, living in my community. So in a way, I just want my community to be better. And I always joke with them, like, you know, it's really selfish, the reasons why I'm doing it. But, you know, all joking aside, that's really my philosophy on teaching. And it really started from the beginning as a student. And I really do feel that the education that I got at UHWO'S and at Waianae High School really prepared me for that. In closing, I just want to give a big mahalo to all of the staff at the education training program at UHWO'S, but just a especially big mahalo to Kumuhou and Dr. Kamai, Dr. Jones. If I'm leaving anybody out, you know, but it's just really been a good experience for me. And I always can spot where individuals are that really love their job and really love what they do. Especially Kumuhou, she's really that for me. She really loves what she does. And she's not a teacher in a system. She's really just somebody that is trying to prepare us for the next level and what we're about to face. And I feel like she prepared me really well. So thank you, Kumu. I love you. Mahalo, aloha. You got my number. Anything you need, just give me a call, give me a ring.